Pragmatism is reality based upon experience and interactions. Pragmatism can also be called experimentalism or instrumentalism because of the values and the truths in which pragmatists believe are always subject to change based upon thinking, experimenting, and testing. From the course textbook, we discovered that pragmatists determine their beliefs of reality on their interactions with their environment and view reality as an event or process. This theory is based off of information being used from practices and then applied to real-life scenarios. It's a philosophical system that stresses using practical situations to help people gain hands-on experiences. Since pragmatism is based off of what works, is what's true, no one can ever say they have any final knowledge on a topic or the final answer. Pragmatism believes that since reality is based upon experience and interaction, that reality is always changing. Therefore, whatever works will always be changing. Pragmatism's popularity really grew because of how it relates to modern sciences.
Two of the first pragmatists were
Auguste Comte.
and Charles Darwin,
Auguste Comte.
said that science may be a solution for social problems. Darwin's theory of natural selection is classified as pragmatic because, like reality, a population is subject to change based upon the environment. So, Darwin's theory implies that reality is open-ended and ever-changing, and influenced by new learning. Three more American pragmatists were Charles Peirce, William James, and John Dewey. Charles Peirce is actually the founder of the theory of pragmatism. He said that knowledge is based upon proving ideas through experience. He stressed the importance of learning and knowing being integrated with doing and feeling. This idea was very influential in the classroom setting because Peirce felt that many teachers were overlooking that materials needed to be done and seen in order for learning to occur. William James viewed reality as a process, one in which there are no universal or absolute truths. The truths that existed were always changing due to learning and observing and experiencing new things, resulting in an ever-changing universe. John Dewey viewed learning and decision-making as an integration of experience, thought, and consequences. Dewey thought that in making any decision, there must be thought put into making that decision, which required previous experiences to think about. Then, the consequences of those decisions were how students learned. His ideas were similar to trial and error, in which one would try something, and if it didn't work, one would try something else. Then, if that didn't work, one would try something else, until he or she discovered something that did work. Once this discovery was made, one would take that discovery as a truth, and experiment and expand upon it for more learning.
Pragmatism can be implemented in the classroom by using student-centered lessons rather than pure curriculum-based lessons. A few examples of these would be labs where students get to experiment and formulate truths through their own actions. One example is in many high school biology classes, students dissect a rat to learn about the different organs and how they relate to the human body. Another example would be field trips where students go out into the world to make observations and construct new ideas about how the world works. For instance, students take field trips to the zoo to learn about different animals, where they come from, and what they contribute to the animal kingdom. Also, it's fun for the kids. Pragmatism in the classroom is basically any type of hands-on learning, including collaborative group work. It works well in the classroom because it creates a change in pace for the students. Pragmatism can make learning more effective and enjoyable for the students, and is a great philosophy to incorporate into lessons.